What? Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the final game of the SEAGULL Classic on this Saturday night here at Holy Spirit. Mike Gill, Mike Frankel courtside as we are set to bring you Camden and the Patrick School on 97.3 ESPN.com. It's the final game of the night. We've got a great day of basketball, but this one is the one that everyone is here to see. Capacity crowd, stuffed inside. Everybody must find a seat has been the message. Get here early. If not, watch the game on 97.3 ESPN. But this is the one that everybody's been buzzing about all day.
No doubt about it, Mike. South Jersey versus North Jersey. I mean, it's as simple as that. Camden, quite simply, one of the top teams in South Jersey. The Patrick School, one of the top teams in North Jersey. It's rare that this kind of matchup happens. You have these great tournaments like the SEAGULL Classic to present us with some of these matchups. We're going to see the Patrick School against Wildwood Catholic tomorrow, but tonight it's all about this matchup against Camden. So you have the Patrick School making the trip down. They get two of South Jersey's best teams, and it begins with the high tonight.
Panthers 5-0, Celtics 5-2 as they get set to meet here in the SEAGULL Classic 2019. The particulars about to get introduced by the voice of the weekend here. And, of course, the Camden Panthers coming in undefeated. Patrick School, as we mentioned, 5 wins, 2 losses. But a lot of people look at this matchup here as much more than the records, as it is, as you mentioned, really kind of a statement game and a measuring stick game for Camden here, a team that kind of has been disappointing in not being able to get that championship the last couple of years. They've had really, really good teams. A lot of people have kind of pegged them as the favorite the last couple of years, but nothing to show for it.
It's crazy to think about, but for all the success that Camden has had, the Panthers have not won a state championship since DeJuan Wagner was a junior. You'd have to go all the way back to the year 2000, which it's 18, 19 years now. So they've been so good for so long, but that elusive state championship, that chasing 12, that 12th state title has been just out of reach. And obviously they can't win a state championship tonight, but they can take a big step toward becoming a team that's state championship worthy, if you will, by hanging with and potentially knocking off the Patrick School.
Yeah, Mike, and one thing with this team, very talented, but they are young.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, you know, it was a team last year that graduated some key pieces, and Camden was, again, I mean, you go in every season feeling like Camden is the favorite to not only win South Jersey Group 2, but they should contend for the state Group 2, but they didn't even win South Jersey last year. They got knocked off by Haddonfield, a team we saw earlier on in the day today here at the SEAGULL Classic. So the guys returning for Camden with a lot to prove. Ethan Tart, their leader in the backcourt, he's been really in the lineup since he was a freshman. He's come so close so many times. He's been in so many big games, and he should be able to lead the way for the high tonight. They'll count on Ethan Tart.
Vic Karstafen is the head coach, his first season here at Camden, the Camden grad, and he's trying to get this Panthers team a state championship. No easy task. We saw Haddonfield earlier today. You would imagine that somewhere along the line those two teams might run into each other.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and it's a tall order tonight, let's be honest. I mean, this is a team in the Patrick School that, you know, they have alumni in the NBA. It's just a different kind of program up there. They have a couple Division I kids in the lineup tonight. A guy like Alamir Dahl is a senior. He'll head to Clemson University next year, and Alexander Rice will head to Bucknell, and the list goes on and on. Some of the younger guys will be committing over the next year or two. So it is a loaded lineup, as it always is for the Celtics.
Dawes, Ramos, Rice, Johnson, Powell, the 5 for the Celtics. Ware, Tart, Brewer, Woodley, Hidalgo, the 5 for Camden. We are set to run here at the SEAGULL, the final game of the night, here on 97.3 ESPN in the circle. Woodley and Powell. Camden wearing white with purple trim. Patrick in black and green, and Camden wins the tip. First possession of the game, we move right to left. Camden with the ball. Top of the key. Brewer kicks it out. Ware. Down low, Ware with a little left hand, can't get it to fall. Offensive board, put back no good, and it'll stay with Camden.
So the Celtics coming out with that tough man-to-man defense. So on its first possession, Camden, though, able to move the basketball around, get a decent look for Lance Ware, just unable to finish.
Hidalgo into the corner off the inbounds. Tart Swing pass. Brewer. Brewer 3. Can't get that to fall. Rebound Dawes. Alamir Dawes in transition. Top of the key. Front rim. Gets it to go.
And I didn't want to cut you off, but I was about to say you have to watch Alamir Dawes for a pull-up 3 on his first possession. He loves to shoot the 3. That's exactly what happened. Gets the friendly roll.
Ware the lefty, and it's pure from Lance Ware.
That's a nice added touch for Camden. If he can start to knock down those mid-range jumpers, you know he's a force near the bucket, but if he can move out a little bit and become dangerous out there, it makes Camden as a whole that much more dangerous.
Michael Ramos. Here's Alex Rice heading to Bucknell. 3 ball up, and it's no good. Off the mark. Rebound comes down. Offensive variety. Now a long 3, and Dawes gets another.
That's just not close enough. It's not good enough to have a hand in his face. You have to be up on him. I mean, any little bit of space for Dawes, as we mentioned, heading D1 to Clemson next year, he's going to be able to get his shot off. You got to be tighter.
Turnover, bounce pass, entry for the paint, and it was picked off. Here comes Dawes again. Dawes in transition. A little stutter step. Dawes kicks it off. Ramos, left of the lane. Dribble drive. Rice fires it off the back of the rim, and Ware comes down with the miss. Here comes Ware in transition. Ware, top of the key. On the right side, pull-up jumper is in, up, down, and good. Jerome Brewer.
You like the confidence there from Brewer, jacking up the early shot, and already the Celtics want to talk it over as they call timeout.
5:47 to play. Patrick 6, Camden 4. And we see early a nice pace to the game. A little up and down variety. Seen a lot of really tough, hard-fought games. Not a lot of up and down action in some of the games earlier.
Both these teams like to run, so, if things hold to form, we should see an up-and-down game. Obviously, the Celtics very dangerous in transition already. Dawes with a couple of threes. The first one was sort of a pull-up 3 in transition. The second one was out of the half-court set, but really, we talked about it earlier. He's a guy you have to be right up on and really don't give him any space out there. He can hit contested shots. He's hit 2 of them so far.
Patrick School inbound.
Thank you all for your continued support of the SEAGULL Classic.
Dawes crosses the timeline, uses a screen, top of the key, rolls. Deep in the corner, back up for Dawes, resetting the offense. Dawes, double team, ball on the floor, and we got a whistle. Patrick School keeps it.
Good pressure there by the Panthers. They double teamed Dawes. Dawes tried to go between the legs, even in that double team. It didn't work out well for him.
We got a whistle on the far side for a little moisture on the floor. Dawes gets the inbounds pass between the circles at the top of the key. Gets it off for Rice. Top of the key, Ramos. Good switch. There's the double. And Camden gets a hand on it. Hidalgo gets a hand on it. Tart. Foul. So active hands for Camden.
Tart maybe a little bit shaken up as he tries to walk through whatever is ailing him. But, yeah, Tart is an aggressive kid. I mean, senior now. He's been a part of so many big of these Camden teams over his years, so close to a state championship as a sophomore. It's for him last year coming close, not quite getting to even that South Jersey championship. That was a motivating factor coming into this year. Certainly one of the leaders of this high team.
Tart's first free throw is good, as is number 2. We're all tied at 6. 3 minutes in. Alexander Rice. Ramos. Dawes on the wing. Ramos long 3, straight on. Front rim, no good. Offensive board. Rice catches in the corner. Kick out, 3. Dawes, bang.
Just way too much space. I mean, that's a wide open 3, and Dawes is going to hit that almost every time.
Ware. Over to Brewer. Swing pass in the corner. Bounce pass to Ware. Ware, a little fadeaway left-handed shot. Front of the rim, no good. And out of it comes Brewer, and Camden resets. Brewer now for 3. can't get it to go. Rebound snap down, Michael Ramos. Transition. Here come the Celtics. Into the corner. 3-ball up. Rice can't get it to go. Fault for rebound won by Taekwon Woodley. Halfway through the first quarter, 9-6, Patrick. Tart with a free lane and then it closed quickly to get it to go. Tough layup.
Just so strong, Ethan Tart. There was a lot of contact there. It was a borderline foul, no foul, but he takes the contact, lays it in anyway.
9-8, Patrick with the ball. Wearing black and green. Off on the wing. Dawes over to Rice. Rice hitting the cutting Ramos. Now he gives up his dribble. He's cut off. Ramos catches on the wing. Back up top for Rice. Rice looking for a clear out. Up top, and he lost it. Right through the hands of Ramos. Tart, coast to coast, leaves it off, and we'll give him a dunk. Woodley kind of dunked it. It came up through and back through the rim.
Doesn't matter how it looks sometimes, right? Just that it counts for 2 points, and the High able to cash in on that fast break, and Camden now with the lead.
Rice with the kick out as he kind of got out of control. Ramos had to run it down. 10-9 Camden leads. Ramos for 3, good.
Sort of a tough start for everyone but Dawes, but Ramos finally able to cash in. First scorer other than Dawes for the Patrick School.
And Ware in transition is fouled. Couple of subs coming in. Nasir Lett make his first appearance for Camden. And Deontay Johnston.
Nasir Lett for Camden.
And Alejandro Vasquez.
As is Deontay Johnson for Patrick School.
The inbounds pass. Run down by Camden with 2:35 to play. They trail by 2. All the way to the hoop for a take is Brewer, and then there for a putback is Taekwon Woodley.
Woodley fired up too, feeling good after that offensive rebound, and we're tied.
Woodley out defending now on Vasquez. Strong take. A left-hand layup by Alejandro Vasquez.
That's a big-time move, almost lulling his defender to sleep and then crossing him back over the other way.
Woodley has the ball high over his head at the top of the key. He leaves it off for Lett just into the game. Elkanah Hidalgo with an alley-oop. He finds Lance Ware.
Call that one a high percentage finish. Lance Ware with the two-handed reverse jam.
3 with an answer. Alejandro Vasquez off the bench.
Less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 to play in the first.
17-14 Patrick School. Hidalgo between the circles. Uses a screen from Woodley. Ware at the top, at the elbow. Hands off for Brewer. Here's Ware. Ware gets some separation. The left-hand jumper is too strong, and it's poked to Hidalgo. Hidalgo in transition. Hidalgo leaves it off. Vasquez for 3, too strong, and the rebound is taken away by the Patrick School. Dawes for 3, front rim no good. Ware cleans the glass. 40 seconds, first quarter. Patrick School up by 3. Camden with the ball. Layup good on the baseline as 2 Celtics hit the deck.
The little fella Lett with some courage to drive to the bucket, and he finishes inside the trees there.
1 point Patrick School lead. They have the ball. "15 seconds. Alejandro Vasquez. He's coming off the bench and pumped in 5 points in limited minutes. Stutter step back and forth. He takes Ware baseline and he floats one away that gets rejected by Woodley. The rebound goes up. It is short, and we're going to end the first quarter at 17-16. Patrick School over Camden. here on 97.3 ESPN.com.
Having fun yet? As advertised so far, 1-point game, both teams getting up and down. We've seen some threes, seen some dunks, some good work on the inside, but looks like so far these teams very evenly matched.
Don't forget, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we've got live basketball on 97.3 ESPN.com, 97.3 ESPN. On the radio side of things, we'll have St. Joe and Millville. Those two teams can get up and down.
Yeah, no doubt about it. St. Joe a winner today here at the SEAGULL Classic.
Millville beat Williamstown today.
Yep, and St. Joe able to handle Rancocas Valley. Pretty talented Rancocas Valley team that's out to a sub-500 start, but always dangerous. And St. Joe, you know, they've kind of been building for this year, right? And that roster is really kind of put together now, and they look pretty good. So it should be a good one against Millville, no doubt.
That's Monday, 6 o'clock on 97.3 ESPN. Right now, it's Patrick School 17 and Camden 16. Now, the Patrick School's right back in action tomorrow. Highly anticipated matchup for them against Wildwood Catholic.
Yeah, that's another game. I mean, if you're looking for the marquee game of Sunday, that one would have to be it. I mean, you can also talk about Holy Spirit against Pleasantville in the nightcap tomorrow night, and obviously a lot of the Spartan faithful around the gym tonight will be looking forward to that one. But you're right, Wildwood Catholic against the Patrick School. Tonight we have Camden against the Patrick School. We talked about it off the top. The Celtics come down, and they go back-to-back against two of the best that South Jersey has to offer.
We'll start the second quarter. Lance Ware will inbound the basketball. Hildago. Brewer gives up the pivot.
He thought Lett was going to be open on the wing, and all of a sudden Lett went the other way. Really had nothing to do with travel at that point.
Hildago's going to take a seat as Majul Figueroa into the game for the first time for Camden. Rice catches on the far sideline. Vasquez, really a more slow down than we've seen all game, and Ware rejects Vasquez.
And Ware let Vasquez know about it afterward too, letting out a roar, but good defense there from Lance Ware.
Is that a flip phone? 3 ball up, and it's good. Rice for 3. Off the inbounds.
Rice's first bucket of the game. We mentioned he's a D1 guy as well, heading to Bucknell. Of course, son of Mike Rice.
Ware leaves it off for Brewer and tipped out of bounds off the Patrick School.
Was a 3 to Quan Woodley and for Camden.
20-16 Patrick School. Figueroa inbounds is for Camden. They get it to Tart. Ethan Tart. Deep corner for Brewer. Nasir Lett on the wing. Up top. Here's Woodley. Long jumper for Woodley, and that thing is high off the glass. And we got a traveling violation. Probably not the shot Camden wants.
No, it's rare to see a ball hit glass and not even hit rim, but just maybe a little bit outside the range of Taquan Woodley, and really a scrum for the basketball on the floor. And Camden fortunate that the officials called a travel there as one of the Celtics players dove on it and sort of slid a couple feet.
Deuce Chestnut into the game for the first time as Ware will take a seat. He leads with 4 points and 2 rebounds.
Chestnut bringing some of that toughness, also a standout for the football team at the high.
Just some more moisture on the floor that they're trying to get wiped up right in the paint area. Yeah, that shot there, I mean, he was standing between the three-point line and the foul line, and basically a line drive above the square.
One of those shots where the coaches says, hey, they're giving you that for a reason.
Don't do that again.
They're giving you that for a reason.
Here's the inbounds. Woodley and he goes falling forward.
That's got to be a foul, no? Wow. A lot of contact down low. I guess they're going to let him play tonight.
Ware back into the game quickly. 6:39 to play in the half. 4-point Patrick School lead. Chestnut thought about a long three. Now a cross court. Tart, three.
Not only can he drive, but he's also got some nice outside touch. So productive first half so far for Ethan Tart.
Here's Rice. Screen. Dawes. In the paint. Up and under. Nice move. Too short. And the rebound cleaned up by Ware. Tart with a long two. Back iron, no good. Rebound. Patrick School in transition. And Dawes is fouled right around center court.
Believe it or not, too, that's the first foul of the game for Camden. So we're talking about two teams who like to play that physical brand of basketball. But over 2 minutes into the second quarter, just 3 combined fouls. The first one there on the high.
There's Jaden Pierre in the game for the Patrick School. Dawes will inbounds. Now Dawes has 9 points, 3 of 4 from three-point range, all in the first quarter. And an elbow. That was a clear elbow.
Yeah, everyone in the gym saw it. J.J. Powell. It's like mixing it up with Woodley down there.
Yeah.
The officials had talked to both players, and it looks like no technicals will be assessed, but keep an eye on that.
And Woodley and Powell are going to have to be watched. Here's Dawes, a little stutter step. Rice catches. Back to Dawes. Dawes at the foul line, separates between 2 defenders, and then throws it away. Tart, bounce pass up. Chestnut, baseline. And he goes up in an offensive foul.
And that's the right call. Celtics player had position down low. Good call. It's like Jaden Pierre down there taking the charge.
Cedric Smith, Ricky Lipford, and Steve Shelby on the game tonight. One-point game, Patrick School with the lead and the ball. 3 minutes gone by here in the half. Left in the half, I should say. And shot blocked away, and a rebound put back no good, and the rebound comes down for Chestnut. Here comes Camden with a chance to take the lead. Chestnut gets it poked away, he runs it down. Tries to enter into the post, now it's knocked out and picked up by Tart. Tart spins, he loses the handle, and it's 3-on-1. And Dawes says, I will take this myself to ensure we get 2, and he gets his first 2-point field goal.
Alamir Dawes turning on the Jets there. How quick was he?
And back the other way, a bucket and a foul by Jerome Brewer.
Nice answer there as Brewer able to take the contact, get 2. Look for the 3-point play as he tries to tie this game up once again.
Pierre whistled for the foul. Brewer going to go to the line. Hidalgo checks back in. Chestnut is out. And Jerome Brewer steps to the line. Free throw long. Still a 1-point game. Dawes behind the back, layup good by Powell.
So you're seeing the full complement right now from Alamir Dawes. You saw the three-point shooting earlier in the first quarter, and now the distribution and also the speed. He just beats people off the dribble. Some fancy dimes down low.
Woodley tries an entry pass that's knocked out of bounds, and a foul called.
That's his first at team fourth.
Alon Johnson into the game now for the Patrick School. They lead by 3. Camden inbounds. Ware. Down low in the post, and Woodley gets a deuce. Right of the lane, at the foul line, kick out. Demir Folks into the game for the first time for the Patrick School. Jaden Pierre gets it off. Down on the block. And a kick back out. Dawes for 3. Of all the guys to be open, and he bangs another 3 down, and he gives them a 4-point lead. His 4th 3 of the game.
Really not bad defense from Camden, just the Celtics made them work. They ran their offense. They got some Camden defenders chasing people around, and just so happened to be Dawes was the man open. Obviously not the guy you want to leave open, but decent defense leading up to that point.
Brewer with an answer in the corner for 3.
Back and forth they go, answer for answer here early on.
Pierre. They play catch at the top of the key. Top of the key caught by Dawes. Dawes spinning on his defender. Gives it off. Nice take, and the scoop got a little too deep. Missed it, but then poked it out. The short jumper with the kiss off the glass for Alon Johnson.
Banks open late in Absecon here on a Saturday night. Johnson, sure he didn't draw it up that way, but he'll take it.
29-26. We got a lot of action underneath there.
No doubt about it.
Johnson called for the foul, his second. He had Ware all excited.
Lance Ware's been active both ends of the floor, defensively, offensively, trying to energize his team.
So Camden wants to talk this thing over. They get a timeout with 2:04 left to play in the half. 29-26, Patrick School leads Camden here on 97.3 ESPN.com.
No way. Eagles fans. 3-0 Dallas.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. 29-26, Patrick School leads, 2:04 to play here in the half. Camden coming out of the timeout. They get the ball to Ware. Brewer. And a foul. Hard foul as Brewer hit the deck.
Fouls on Shai Powell, number 33. That's his second.
Good idea there from the Panthers. Ware is really going to command so much attention in the lane, that the Celtics are going to sag in on him. He's able to dish it out, find a teammate. And this one's going to result in 2 free throws for Brewer.
Camden, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. And Brewer hits the first. Camden hasn't led in the game, but they've been right here, and they still trail by 2 after the second one miss. Under 2 minutes to play here in the half. Ramos, Dawes. 3 up, way off the mark. Airballs it, and Camden comes up with the miss. Hildago bringing it up. Tart, kick out. Ware with a strong take. He goes up for a dunk, and he just couldn't get up over the rim. In transition, back the other way, and a 3 with a big response by Alejandro Vasquez.
What a swing that was. So close to a jam at one end, but it's a 5-point swing because the Celtics cash in for 3 at the other.
Yeah, if he dunks that, they tie the game up and the place explodes. Instead, they get a 3 down the other end of the court. Ware. Tart. Woodley on the block, and he loses the handle. Dawes, layup, and the foul.
He just kicks it into another gear. He didn't show that off in the first quarter because he was shooting the 3s, but if you're even with him, he's going to pull away. He just has that extra gear, just so quick on the dribble there from Dawes.
And you see a little frustration now from Camden as they had a chance to tie this thing up, and the next thing you know, they're looking at the scoreboard. They could be down. If he makes this free throw here.
Coaches always preach, last couple of minutes of the first half, first couple of minutes of the second half, and you're right, Camden had a chance to pull even, but it's gone all the way to the Celtics since then.
So down 8. 30 seconds. Boy, what a swing this has been. Down low for Woodley. Woodley, turnaround, hook shot, good.
That's a tough play, too, because Dawes was coming over for the double team, and, Woodley saw him almost at the last second, but was able to keep the basketball away from him. Not only that, get the shot up and make it.
Under 10 seconds, final shot here for the Patrick School. 5 seconds. Ooh, yes, he did. I was going to say a little bit of a delay in there.
Yeah, traveling violation, and now Camden has 1.2 on the clock. See if they can do anything with it.
So Camden will inbound. Do they have a chance for a dribble and a shot? Tart, there it is, a shot. There it is, high off the glass. And we get to halftime. Patrick School 35, Camden 29. Here on 97.3 ESPN.com. Taking a look at our leading scorers. Alamir Dawes with 17 points and 6 rebounds in the game on 6 of 7 shooting, 4 of 5 from three-point range. Alejandro Vasquez off the bench with 8 for the Patrick School. For Camden, they are led 8 points from Jerome Brewer and 8 points for Taquan Woodley. 35-29 here at halftime, and we will bring you the third quarter and the second half coming up on 97.3 ESPN.com. Mike, before we get to that spot, been a lot of up and down, but Patrick School had a chance there to kind of pull away. Camden got a late bucket there, but it should make for a pretty good second half, but they got to figure out a way to stop Dawes.
Dawes has been lethal not only with those threes early on, but with his distribution, and not only the passing when he blows by defenders, but he's able to get an and one situation there late in the half. He's a talented guy. He's going to Clemson for a reason. Camden needs to find a way to slow him down, but it's not just Alls, obviously. The Patrick School has other players that can beat you, but step number one is trying to slow down Dawes.
We'll be back with the second half here on 97.3 ESPN.com. All right, about to start the second half here on 97.3 ESPN.com. Mike Gill, Mike Frankel, Matt Ulmer on the video. Of course, you out there as we get you ready for the second half. Patrick School 35, Camden 29. As it's been a good one, a lot of athletes on the floor, a lot of up and down. Got a lot of good shooting. Been a pretty good game so far. Just one half left of basketball. A long day. Started really early this morning. A couple of good games in the morning, and here we are, the final game at night as the Patrick School will inbound, set to start the second half.
It's been Dawes with the bookends of that performance in the first half for the Celtics. He opens up, banging some threes from the outside, then he shifts to sort of the facilitator and the driver and is able to get to the bucket a number of times. So we talked about it heading into halftime. Camden, you would hope, was talking about how to slow him down a little bit and try to chip away, get back into this ball game, but still right there, it's a 6-point game at the half.
So here we go. Ramos will inbound.
Patrick School opens the second half with the ball.
Alamir Dawes, 17 points, leading scorer in the game.
Hands up! Who got 33?
Rice, Ramos, Dawes, Johnson, and Powell. They're the five on the floor. Blocked from behind. Another block there by Taquan Woodley.
I think if Johnson goes right up, he can maybe score on the inside, but that pump fake let the Camden defenders catch up.
Tart, Ware, two-hand stuff.
Ware, super athletic on the inside. He's a guy that's certainly starting to get quite a bit of Division I attention as well.
Hands up!
Man, he's just a junior.
Stay with him, E.
35-31. Patrick School with the lead in the ball. Rice driving, short, rebound, Ware. Hildago, Tart. Tart dribble drive, and he throws one high off the glass. And Rice comes out in transition. Leaves it for Ramos, who tries to leave it off for Powell. Powell loses it. Now Rice for three, and that is the back of the iron, no good. And Camden comes down with the rebound. In transition, here comes Hildago. At the top of the key. Long three. Way off the mark. Rice with the board. Two minutes gone by. 35-31. Fade away. Front rim no good. Woodley with the rebound. Ware, jumper.
And that's a game that a lot of high schoolers just don't have. You know, you're on the break, you're on the run, and for a big guy to be able to pull up and hit that elbow jumper, that's a big-time move.
35-33, 2-point game here in the third. Patrick School shooting just 40% from the field as Ramos' shot is off the mark. Saved underneath and off the mark on the putback by Johnson. And Camden turns it over on the outlet pass.
You know, Ware has a couple of made field goals, but other than that, it's been sort of an uneven start to the third quarter for Camden. You know, a lot of turnovers, kind of out of sync a little bit out there, but even through all of that, they're able to climb within two.
Patrick School, as we mentioned, they're down to 38%, 13 of 34 from the field. Meanwhile, Camden is 51%, and yet they still find themselves down in this game.
It's been a relatively clean game, though, just 11 combined turnovers. You know, you and I called the game a couple hours ago between St. Augustine and Moorestown. The Hermits did themselves in with 26 in that one.
Well, the big number difference in this game, Mike, is the three-point percentage. Patrick School 8 for 15 from beyond the arc. As Tart gets a shot, no, he's going to get called for an offensive foul.
Vicar Starfin not thrilled with that call as he felt that the Celtics defenders were moving down low. Tart almost with that Euro step to try to get the ball up, and heck of an effort, but all for naught.
Yeah, Mike, that's the big difference. 8 of 15 for 3 for the Patrick School, just 2 for 5 for Camden.
Yeah, and a lot of that has obviously been Alamir Dawes and getting it going early on. He has 4 threes in the game.
4 for 5 for Dawes from beyond the arc, 6 of 7 overall. Rice cuts his way, and the layup is missed by Powell. The rebound comes down to Woodley.
Alex Rice, his first. That team first.
Camden's been here before, though, right back in it, right? They had a chance to pull even with about a minute to go in that second quarter. Another opportunity here about midway through the third.
Baseball pass into the corner. Halfway through the third. Stolen away. Brewer just lost the handle, and ooh. Ramos tried to dunk it. A couple of Panthers got him from behind. He thought he got fouled. You might have a case.
And if Woodley didn't block that, Ware was about to send that thing all the way down to Pleasantville.
J.J. Powell called for the foul, his third. Camden will inbound underneath their own basket. They've been right around here. They've been down by 2.
Deuce Turner returns for Camden. And Mohamed Sow.
They got back down by 8 and got it all the way back to 2 now. But they just turned it over.
Missed opportunities, been the story.
Tough shot by Vasquez. He's been tough off the bench.
Yeah, he's a guy that probably starts for almost any other team in the state, Mike, but just so much talent on the Patrick School. Certainly is a luxury to have a guy like that pop off of the pine.
Yeah, he comes off the bench and pumps in double figures so far. A couple of changes here for Camden.
Who was the injured player?
Chestnut into the game. Hidalgo brings it up. They go to Ware. Ware splits defenders and just throws one up. It comes up short. Here comes the Patrick School. Jump stop. Missed the layup, though. Rebound Ware. 5 minutes gone by here in the third. Tart. Ware, 2-man game and a nice lay-in by Jerome Brewer.
Absolutely, you hit the nail on the head. A 2-man game there, just Ware. A nice look to his teammate Brewer. And again, Camden back within 2. We'll see if they can get over the hump. They need to stop first.
And off the ball, Hidalgo just grabbed Dawes because Dawes was leaving him in the dust. It's a classic when a wide receiver gets beat, he just puts his arm around his waist.
Yeah, but less damage done on the basketball court, right? Just a common foul. If you do it the right way, not a spot foul or a 15-yard penalty.
Patrick School leads by 2. And Dawes just blows by Chestnut and get a wide open jumper on the baseline.
It's not really fair, but he's just, he's just that good. D1 guy going to the ACC, heading to Clemson next year, putting it all on display tonight.
Ware goes up between 3 Patrick School defenders, and he'll get himself to the line where he has yet to shoot tonight. He does have 8 points and 7 rebounds.
It's been a committee approach, at least for the scoring for Camden. I mean, obviously, Dawes and to a lesser extent Vasquez have been the 2 guys to carry the load. for the Celtics, but it's been a balanced attack for Camden. You know, they're getting it done from a lot of different places. Tart has 7. You know, he scored in spurts in that first half. Ware's been steady throughout. Brewers having a nice game, so. But which one of these guys is going to be able to get the high over the hump and try to surge this team into the lead? That's the question as we near the end of the third quarter.
Ware hits a pair, gets them back within 2. 2 minutes to play, third quarter. Dawes, step back. Might have been a little acting job there.
Yeah, but when you're that good of a shooter, you can sell it, right? They're going to believe you a little bit more. There might have been a little contact up top, but sometimes as a shooter, when you know it's going to miss, you kind of kick your leg out, draw the contact down low, and he's a veteran. Gets a chance to go to the line.
Just 2 points in this quarter for Dawes. And he misses his first free throw here. Camden leads the quarter 8-4. I mean, to hold this Patrick School team to just 4 points.
A chance for the high here as Dawes misses both. So again, Camden down 2 with the basketball.
Tie with a 2, lead with the 3. Ware working his way between 3 defenders, loses the handle, but there to pick it up is Brewer, and we are tied at 39. Rice has been quiet. Back to Dawes, behind his back, slicing, dicing, blocked away by Taquan Woodley.
Woodley has been a great compliment to Ware on the inside tonight. It's either one guy or the other, but those two have teamed up for a number of blocks, and they're helping controlling the boards for Camden.
And the Camden faithful, who have traveled pretty loyally tonight on a Friday night, late to make the drive down here. They have filled the Holy Spirit Spartan Gymnasium. We are just about to capacity here. There's not too many seats to be had.
Yeah, nice crowd. Certainly it's a crowd that tournament organizers expected. It's been a nice crowd throughout the day. You know, the Haddonfield game we did earlier was pretty full for an afternoon game, and certainly the St. Augustine fans travel pretty well. Morristown bringing a nice contingent down, but you know, this was the game, and it's been, as you mentioned, close to a sellout in here. A lot of energy in the gym, and now Camden right back in this thing, tied up with 9:21 to go.
Out of the timeout, Patrick School gets a wide open 3, in and out, no good, rebound. In exactly 3 seconds, as they got a really good look out of that timeout there, but Vasquez couldn't get that 3 to go down.
It was about halfway down, and you're right, that was a play designed for Vasquez in the corner. They executed it to perfection, everything except the ball rolling into the net.
Hand off to Tart. Tart takes it, dribble drive, high up the floater, good.
And there's the high with the lead. First time, maybe all night. Certainly the first time in the second half.
First time at least since the early stages of the game. Vasquez shot might have been deflected by Ware. It was at least altered, but there was a whistle.
Ware can't believe it. Whistle came in a little bit late, but some contact there. His first foul of the night, though, so no foul trouble there for Lance Ware. You know, I will say this, Mike. I've seen the Patrick School a number of times over the years. Certainly talented this year, but it's not their biggest team. I mean, they've had some big kids, some big Division I guys, and they have some size this year, but they're not overpowering down low. And Camden certainly does have some size down there, and I think that's really what's helping the Panthers tonight.
30 seconds left here in the third. Ware backing up. Ware trying to get some separation, taking it all the way to the basket. We got a whistle beforehand. It wasn't going to be a basket even if it went.
Lance Ware showing off the handle a little bit, and he's added that to his game. You know, when he came over for Camden last year, he wasn't the guy who was comfortable handling the ball a whole lot on the outside, and they didn't need him to, but certainly you can see he's worked on that part of his game. He's capable with the basketball in his hands.
Yeah, you mentioned, you talk about some alumni from the Patrick School. We'll get to those names in just a second here. I mean, there's a laundry list of NBAers.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving certainly topping that list as Camden takes the lead again with a chance for the three-point play.
Brewer to the hoop and fouled, and he'll get to the line to try to make it a three-point play. Brewer's had a good game. He leads Camden with 12.
He's a guy that we really didn't talk about off of the top. You know, Lance Ware, Ethan Tart, those guys get a lot of attention, and Brewer, he's just been steady throughout the entire game. He's been cleaning up on the inside, getting some garbage points, but they're very important points, and none bigger than those last two. We'll try to add one more.
Brewer misses from the free throw line. He's just 1 for 4 from there. All right, 10 seconds to go. Patrick School trails by 2 with the ball. Splits defenders, floater good, and we are tied. 8 minutes to go on that floating shot by Vasquez. It's 43-43.
Camden really controlling that quarter right up until those final seconds, but even still, as you mentioned, all tied up, and this one has been as advertised, two very evenly matched teams. Camden has to like the situation it's in heading into the fourth, facing that deficit at the half, battling back. You don't go into the fourth with the lead, but you're right there as we're all tied up.
So we'll have the final quarter for you coming up. We talked about the notable alum from the Patrick School, Deonde Bembry, who played at St. Joe's, now with the Atlanta Hawks. Sam Dellenbear, who played with the 76ers. You mentioned Kyrie Irving, Al Harrington, also Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Now, Al Harrington went right to the pros. He got drafted right from the Patrick School. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, who played at University of Kentucky. Mike Nardi was a part of the Villanova team, among some others that have really made a stamp on the not only college basketball, many moved on to the NBA.
No doubt about it. I don't know if any of those guys are in the house tonight, but one of the most famous Camden Panthers alums is in the house tonight, DeJuan Wagner, as he often is. As we mentioned off the top, DeJuan leading Camden to a state championship, their last one, back in 2000, his junior year.
Hard to believe. (43-43). Camden with the ball as we get ready to start the final quarter here on this Saturday night at the Seagull.
We'll start the fourth quarter with the ball.
Chestnut. Tart on the right side. Down low for Ware. Ware spins baseline and gets an easy layup.
Just a nicely executed play coming out of the quarter change, almost like a timeout, and I'm sure that's something that Vic Starfin drew up for his team to start the quarter, and the high executes.
Rice. He's been really quiet. 3 points for Rice. Vasquez kicks it out. Rice for three. Gets it to go. Right when we say he hasn't done much, he doubles up and has 6 now.
You knew he wasn't going to stay quiet all night. He had the 1-3 in the first half. He's really looked out of his rhythm since then, but able to bounce back, and that 3 gives the Patrick School the lead once again.
Long 2. In and out, no good. Rebound on the floor, and Tart comes up with it. Tart leaves it for Ware. Ware with a dribble, I should say, and he's fouled.
Got to be tough to play down low in this game tonight, Mike. They're not going to call the little stuff, nor should they, but every one of these players having to battle through some contact down low, including Ware on that occasion. Can't get two, but he does go to the line.
And Ware, the free throw is good. Yeah, we hear a lot about Ben Simmons and his follow-through. Ware's kind of has a follow-through where his hand doesn't go down so much. It goes off to the side, but he's been perfect from the free throw line.
Whatever works, right? And I would also argue that Lance Ware probably has a better outside shot at this stage of his career than Ben does in the NBA.
He makes one of two, and we're tied at 46. Man-to-man defense by Camden. Patrick School shooting just 39% in the game, but 52% from beyond. Tough take, Rice can't get it to fall. Ware snaps down the rebound, and then Ware almost loses the handle. Good defense by Dawes. Boy, he's really giving Chestnut the business.
Almost a 10-second call, too, as they barely got it across the timeline.
Woodley gets stripped from behind, and now the turnover. It seemed like it was a matter of time. Vasquez. Oh, he just can't get it to fall. He had everybody off their feet. Here comes Chestnut. Down the middle of the lane, throws up the shot, and Ware follows up with a rebound. Slam.
Lance Ware timing that perfectly. He was in perfect position for the follow and the flush.
Kick out, three. Way off the mark. Jaquan Harris's three was way off the mark, and now Camden has the lead in the ball. Chestnut gets his pocket picked by Dawes and a left-handed slam.
Dawes with some hops, too. He can't be more than 6 feet tall, but he gets up and flushes it.
And Dawes is stepping up to Chestnut, and Camden wants a timeout. Chestnut's having some trouble just getting the ball up the floor with that kind of defensive pressure, and we are tied at 48 with 5:02 to play.
Everyone's certainly getting their money's worth tonight in this one, Mike. It's been a great game back and forth. Camden trying to seize control, seize the momentum there. Dawes comes right back with the rip and the dunk.
Because this is a close game. At the conclusion of every game, first of all, no
big
are allowed to be thrown on the court.
Dunk has us tied as Dawes has 21 points and 6 rebounds on 8 of 10 shooting and 4 of 5 from beyond. Both teams 60% from the line, but we're not quite there yet.
Been a relatively clean game, too, in terms of turnovers, in terms of fouls. Just 18 combined turnovers between these teams. Neither team in the bonus here yet. Although the Patrick School does have 6 fouls, so the next Celtics foul would send Camden to the line for a 1-and-1, so something to keep an eye on there.
Both schools with long traditions. Their fans have traveled to see them match up, and they've given them a show tonight. 48-48. All right, back to live action with 5 minutes left to go. Tart. And Tart throws it away. Him and Hidalgo were just not on the same page there.
Another missed opportunity for Camden. You know, they had so many of those that we've talked about. They were able to cash in on a few and take the lead, but another one in a big spot, a chance to take the lead again, and you don't even get a shot off.
Dawes explodes right past. Ooh, and a block, but a foul first. Boy, that second step is the one that gets you.
Taquan Woodley just owning the middle down there as he's yapping it up down low with Dawes, but Dawes is saying, hey, got fouled first. Your block doesn't count.
Second shot coming. And it's no good. So it's a 1-point Patrick School lead. And we got a jump ball. So the Patrick School is turning up the defensive intensity on the guards trying to bring the ball up the court.
Dahl's looking like a kid on Christmas morning when he realized that the possession arrow was in favor of the Celtics there.
They lead by 1 and have the ball. Dawes crossing over, spinning, fade away. Front rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Woodley. Hidalgo gets doubled, and they finally get it across the timeline. Turnover as the pass tried to skip it across the court. Vasquez, Ramos, 3. In and out, no good. Rebound comes down to Woodley. And then Woodley was fouled.
And he'll go to the line. That's the 7th team foul on the Celtics. So not a great foul, 90 feet from the basket. And some big free throws coming up for Woodley.
So we'll walk the length of the floor. So Taekwon Woodley, who has 8 points and 10 rebounds, can shoot foul shots, or at least one of them.
This will be his first free throw of the night. Neither team really excelling from the stripe tonight. Patrick School 4 for 7. Camden 6 for 10. Haven't been a ton of free throws in the game, as we talked about. Pretty clean game.
Woodley shoots 1 and 1.
Woodley was asking for someone to fix the net. The official gave him the ball, and he gave it right back to him and said, I'm not shooting until that net's fixed.
Yeah, and if Steve Selby's not in as good a mood, I should say, maybe he doesn't get to take one at all.
And that first one went high off the rim, up and then down, so we're tied.
So he needed every part of that net hanging for that ball to go through. Don't blame him then. Fix that net.
Woodley makes a pair, and the Panthers lead by 1. Dawes, extra pass. Ramos, 3. Down it goes.
And Ramos has been quiet tonight, just 1 for 6 up until that point, but obviously a huge make there to give his team the lead again.
Tart. And Tart lost it, and it looked like it might have hit his foot last.
School ball. Camden calls timeout. Timeout.
So 52-50 and a timeout. I think it was taken by Cam Patrick.
I think it was Camden. I think Vic Starfin called it from the bench. And now it's going to be a 30-second timeout, but
It's a 30-second timeout.
here we go. Camden down by 2. You know, just when they take the lead, they've had to battle so hard, Mike, the Panthers have, to try and surge in front to take the lead, that sometimes Patrick School's been able to come right back and regain the lead after that. So it's a game you expect to come right down to the wire. We'll see if Camden has enough to try and hold off the Patrick School down the stretch here.
At 5:15, Bishop Eustace plays Williamstown, and at 7:30, Holy Spirit plays
Patrick School still shooting under 40% for the game. Camden at 55%, but the three-point shot has been the big difference. 50% for Patrick School, just 40% for Camden. Every other statistic is pretty equal.
And it was just Dawes for really most of the game, and Vasquez too, but you know, some other guys have jumped in with some three-point makes recently. Rice hit a big one. Ramos hit a big one, so everything working outside the arc right now for the Celtics.
Patrick School leads by 2. They have the ball with 3:02 to play in the game. Dawes at the top of the key. And he just threw it away.
One of the few mistakes made tonight by Alamir Dawes, but that's a big one. With under 3 to go here, now Camden with the basketball can try and tie or take the lead.
Brewer for 3. Too strong, but the rebound comes down to Camden, and Brewer gets it back. Lett got the board, and Brewer got the layup, and we're tied at 52.
Heads up play from Lett to grab the rebound and pass the basketball almost in the same motion to a cutting Brewer.
Looks like a 1-3-1 for Camden.
It is different look all of a sudden from the high on defense.
Yeah, Lett is kind of anchoring that baseline. And Patrick School taking a look at that 1-3-1 says we're going to take a timeout here. So with 2:07 to play in the game, we're tied at 52, and Patrick School calls timeout.
Vic Karstafen with a little wry smile on his face as that change of defense led to the Celtics timeout, a timeout that you never know Patrick School might need down the stretch and now not have.
I just wonder why more teams don't change their looks up with things like that. You know, you don't see that 1-3-1 a whole heck of a lot. And at this level, you know, I almost say you could challenge a team to sit out there and bomb threes all day. I mean, I get it. There's some really good shooters, but at the high school level, what's a really, really good team going to shoot from beyond the arc on you?
Right. I mean, you know, Haddonfield, actually, if we're talking about the 1-3-1, they really used the 1-3-1 a lot last year. We saw them earlier today. It was mostly a 2-3. They went to the 1-3-1 a little bit, but you're right. Sort of a tricky defense that certainly, if you've been playing man-to-man the entire game and you switch to it, you know, it might give you the advantage down the stretch. But the Celtics call timeout, talk it over, and we'll see if Camden comes back out in that 1-3-1. Right back to the man-to-man. So, little gamesmanship, little chess move there by Camden.
Less than 2 minutes, less than 2 to play in regulation.
And Dawes out of the timeout, takes it upon himself and drills a 3.
And that one was over Ware. That wasn't over a guard. That was over the biggest player that Camden has on the floor. Tough shot. Great make there from Dawes.
And Woodley gets a deuce, brings within 1.
Can Camden get that stop? That's what this game is going to come down to. Can the High get a stop?
Run out of
really
time.
Needs it.
All the way, Dawes, kick out, extra pass, Ramos 3, buried it.
Great ball movement there by the Patrick School as Camden needs a timeout.
58-54, back-to-back threes by the Celtics.
Michael Ramos, a lot of confidence in that corner. Great ball movement there, too, by the Patrick School. You know, it could have been one of 2 open threes, but Ramos was just a little more open in the corner. Shoots the ball with a lot of confidence and knocks it down.
So a big 3 by Dawes, who's had a bunch of them. He's 5 of 6 from three-point range, 25 points, 6 rebounds. He's 9 of 12, so he's had an almost flawless game tonight. And then the big 3 there by Ramos has pushed it up to 4. And, you know, the one thing, if Camden, they've had a pretty good game, 55%, but they have not shot the three really well. If they need to get a 3 at some point here, there's a 4-point lead with 1:14. You don't have to have a 3, but if they need to hit one at some point, we really haven't seen them add that into their game tonight.
No, it's not a Camden team that's really built to bomb it from the outside, and they don't have to yet. I mean, there's still 1:14 to go. 4-point deficit. You certainly don't need a 3 here. You even have some time. You don't have to really rush it. Run your offense, try to get a good look for 2, and then go from there.
Hart's going to bring it up. Over to Ware. Ware right down the middle, and he just kind of flicks it up, and then Woodley slams it home.
How about Taekwon Woodley having some kind of game? That time he had the follow and flush.
Now the pressure. Cutting. And what an unbelievable lay-in by Vasquez. I mean, Vasquez hits the deck, goes sliding, and somehow got that thing to fall. Back up to 4. Tart gets across the timeline. Tart all the way to the hoop. Kick out. 3 ball by Led. Good!
You asked for a 3, Mike. There's your 3. 1-point game with 28 and change to go.
Who's going to hit the 3? Well, it's number 3. It's just his first 3 of the night and just the 3rd 3 in the game for Camden, and they cut the lead to 1.
Give Ethan Tart credit, too. I mean, the ball handlers for the High tonight, they've had a hard time. Dawes has sort of been in their pocket all night, but the senior Tart steps up those last few possessions. He says, I'll handle this basketball. He's able to get across the timeline, start the offense. That time it's Let with just his second made field goal of the game, but wow, what a huge one.
Yeah, they kind of went to Tart to bring the ball up. They needed someone to kind of help just get it over half court because the pressure the Patrick School was showing, Mike, was so great that they had to get a capable ball handler.
It's not even like a full court press tonight. It hasn't been, Mike, but just Dawes is such a good on-the-ball defender that he's been guarding whomever is bringing the ball up the court for Camden. But like we talked about, Tart, the senior, says, hey, I'll handle this. Capable hands of Ethan Tart.
.28 seconds, a 1-point game. Little ball pressure on the ball for Camden. They get it to Rice. .20 seconds. Rice with the ball. They get it to Dawes. 14 seconds, and they finally foul. So they used about 15 seconds there.
Here's the thing, Mike. Camden had a foul to give. So with that in mind, you're almost better off fouling right away that possession because now you're already down to 13 seconds. You still have to give that foul to stop the clock.
Full timeout.
So, right, the foul only gives them 6. They still have another foul to give, so they just burned really 15 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, you wonder if, anyone in the huddle over there for the High had that awareness. I think, I kind of see what the Panthers were trying to do there. They were trying to get a trap and not have to foul. But, in my view, why not foul right away, reset things, then you can try to trap. And then if you foul at that point, then you send the Patrick School to the line. But still a lot of time. Still, if you get this foul, or even you can try to quick trap again. If you get this foul around 10 seconds, even with a couple makes, you give yourself a pretty good shot at a look at 2 or 3 if you need one at the other end.
Right, because regardless of who you foul, it's not like it's almost like they seem like they were trying to pick out who they wanted to foul, but regardless of who you fouled, you weren't sending anybody to the line there after they didn't get the steal in the backcourt.
Right, and as weird as this is to say, Dawes is not a bad option, I should say, to foul. He's been lights out, but from the free throw line, just 2 for 5 tonight. So not a bad option there. Give him something to think about, but we'll see. We'll see how Camden attacks this coming out of the timeout.
And by the way, it's still just a 1-point game, so even if you foul them and they make 2,
right,
it's still a 1-possession game. Ware on the ball. Ramos will inbound. He's going to get it to Rice, and they're going to foul him right away. Just 1 second comes off the clock there.
This will be Alex Rice's first trip to the free throw line of the night. Obviously a 1-and-1 here.
But right, they lost about 15 seconds in that last possession. But it really still comes down to this one possession here.
Exactly.
If he makes them both, you're still just a 1-possession game. Because if you had the 15 seconds and you end up scoring, you could potentially have given the Patrick School a chance. With 12, might be a different story.
Yeah, a lot of ways to dissect this, but the bottom line is that the Patrick School needs these free throws.
Rice has 6, 7. The most they can lead by is 3 here with 12 seconds to go. By the way, Camden is 3 of 7 from 3-point range. Rice makes a pair, and it's a 3-point game.
Patrick School number 15 is Jaquan Harris.
Who will take the final 3-point shot? They get it to Ware. Ware's going to bring it up. Ware gives up the dribble. Woodley into the corner. Brewer for 3. It's long. Patrick School has the rebound. And with 1/10 of a second, the Celtics are going to win this thing. They got a wide open look. It just wouldn't go down.
If that's Camden, that's all you can ask for, especially with the pressure defense. You got to look. You got an open look in the corner, and it doesn't fall. You have to live with that. You know, I also wondered, too, for the Celtics, you're up by 3. A foul would send Camden to the line for a 1-and-1. That's also a different strategy to try and play there. I'm sure it doesn't matter now because it was a miss and not a make, but all that's an afterthought. But what a game tonight as Dawes goes to the free throw line. These really don't mean much one way or another, but outstanding effort from both teams. Even in a loss, I think Camden certainly proved a lot to not only fans in South Jersey, but statewide tonight.
The free throws just make it academic. The Patrick School is going to win. They'll improve to 6-2. And Camden will fall to 5-1. The inbounds pass, and that will do it. The final score, the Patrick School 64 and Camden High 59. The final game at tonight's SEAGULL Classic is in the books. But it was a great one. It came down literally to the final shot. If that shot goes down, we're getting ready for a 4-minute overtime.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Mike. It was an outstanding effort from both teams like we talked about. Give Camden a ton of credit. But Alamir Dawes just too much tonight in the end. And it wasn't Dawes down the stretch. I mean, he carried him to that point. But just some huge shots down the stretch from Vasquez, from Ramos, and a couple big free throws there from Alex Rice as well.
Alamir Dawes, 27 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 9 of 12 from the field, 5 of 6 from 3. He had a monster game for the Patrick School. Alejandro Vasquez, 16 points for the Patrick School. They were the leaders there. For Camden High, 16 for Brewer, 15 for Ware, and 14 for Woodley. That'll do it here tonight from the SEAGULL Classic. Tomorrow, a trio of games. Nick Costco, Dave O'Sullivan, and Mike Frankel will call all the action tomorrow as the Patrick School is back right here on 97.3 ESPN.com. They got to get right back into a fist fight with Wildwood Catholic. You wonder how tonight's game will affect them coming back tomorrow.
Yeah, you make this trip down, you get 2 of the best teams in South Jersey back-to-back. Take care of business against Camden tonight, but you're right. You got to get right back up and face a very talented Crusaders team of Wildwood Catholic right here in Absecon tomorrow.
All right, that'll do it tonight. Once again, Patrick School wins it. They improve to 6-2. Camden falls to 5-1. 64-59. Have a great night, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow for the final day of the SEAGULL Classic.